Former construction worker Daniel Machado is setting up his merchandise on a Caracas sidewalk. He sells everything from used hard hats and old furniture to ironing boards.
Since there are no jobs available, it's difficult to find something to do, so we started to sell small things, old stuff from neighbours or things that we have piled up at home.
Carlos Carrizo used to work as a salaried bike messenger paid in bolivars, but hyperinflation shrunk the value of his salary, and now he sells cleaning products in a street stall and he sets the prices in US dollars.
I've decided to work in a sector where at least you can sell something on a daily basis, something that is a basic necessity, something that people need at home.
To overcome Venezuela's prolonged hyperinflation and de facto dollarization, many Venezuelans have turned to the informal sector of the economy. Economists say more than half of the Venezuelan workforce makes a living in the informal sector, and they say it's growing. COVID-19 lockdowns have brought more economic pain to a country that was already suffering. In 2020, about 30% of the commercial sector went out of business, changed its commercial activity, or moved to an informal, unregulated kind of work. Business closures resulted in higher unemployment, and the pandemic also introduced changes for traditional brick-and-mortar stores.
The pandemic is generating substantial change in the way to make business now. Many companies that required a store, rented a space, or hired employees are at the edge of failure.
Isaac Delgado has a small textile venture with 9 employees in Venezuela's capital. He depends on his monthly sale to cover all expenses, and with a formal business that includes taxes. But during the pandemic, he's only allowed to stay open every other week.
We've been using our savings, the company's savings, paying what we can and waiting for the economy to reopen, because otherwise there's going to come a time when obviously the money is going to run out and we will be forced to close.
So far, Delgado has been able to survive without moving to the informal sector. He's still betting on his formal business, adapting to the hardships and working for a day when economic conditions in Venezuela will allow him to thrive. TRINY, MENA, CGTN, Caracas.